And welcome back to my channel. Today we are making an epic fire recipe, literally because this recipe is on the spicy side, but let me tell you, it's totally worth it. We're making jackfruit enchiladas. Yes, we're taking jackfruit and we are throwing it in an enchilada in the most fanciest, delicious way. We are making our enchilada sauce from scratch, and we are also making our cheese sauce from scratch. We're actually using a recipe from Hot for Food for their Nacho Cheeze Sauce, and we're throwing that into this recipe for a delicious combination of amazing flavors. So if you guys are excited to see how I make these jackfruit enchiladas, then let's get into it. We're going to start off this recipe by making our enchilada sauce. So to a pan, we're going to add oil. Lately, I've been cooking with avocado oil, so that is what I'm using. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in some sliced up onion and a bit of minced garlic. We're going to give that a good stir and let that saute until the onions are translucent. Once the onion and garlic mixture has become translucent, we're actually going to take half of the mixture out, place it into a bowl on the side because we're going to use that later for our jackfruit. Then we are going to start adding in the fun stuff. Okay, so if you watch my jerk taco recipe, you already know your girl likes it spicy. And if you haven't watched that recipe, go ahead and do that after this video. But since I do like it spicy, I am adding in chipotle peppers. You can totally not add these if you want to. Then we're gonna add in sun-dried tomatoes, pimentos, a can of diced onions with green chilies, and then a little bit of fire roasted tomatoes, and of course some spices. So I'm using paprika, chili powder, cumin, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of Cajun seasoning, salt, and some pepper. We're gonna stir everything together, and then we're gonna add in some tomato paste, and to cut the acidity, since we're using a lot of tomato, we're gonna add a little bit of maple syrup. Give that one last stir, and we're gonna let this cook together. It should be smelling so stinking good in your kitchen at this point. We're gonna take this off the stove, and then to a blender, we're gonna add this mixture, and we're just gonna blend this until we get a nice, rich, bright, beautiful, delicious sauce. And our enchilada sauce is ready, so go ahead and set that to the side, and let's get into this jackfruit. So when cooking with jackfruit, you're always going to want to look for the green, young green jackfruit in the brine. This one has a neutral flavor and is perfect for cooking with. So in a bowl, I actually added too much, or I had a small bowl, not really sure. But to a bowl, I'm just adding my jackfruit. You should be better than Alethea and take out the seeds. Don't be like Alethea. Take your seeds out before you start shredding these jackfruits up into tinier pieces. So I had to pick them out along the way, but definitely take the seeds out of the little pods before you do this. And as always, if you're familiar with how I shred anything, I'm using my pastry cutter. I have yet to use this pastry cutter for cutting pastries, but it's all good because, you know, I believe kitchen tools can be versatile. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Once the jackfruit is shredded, we're going to add to our pan the leftover onion and garlic, a mixture that we had, and we're gonna add the jackfruit, and we're gonna add the same spices we use for the enchilada sauce. We're gonna give that a good stir fry that together until the jackfruit becomes a little, it doesn't get crunchy, but you can tell the texture is going to change a little bit. I cooked it for about 10 minutes and just keep stirring it and turning it over so that all sides cook evenly. At this point, I've already had my oven preheated to 350, so make sure you do that as well. And it's time to assemble our enchiladas. So now we've got our enchilada sauce ready. We've got our jackfruit mixture ready. I already went ahead and rinsed off some black beans because I'm adding those into it. And I have some spinach that I just broke into little pieces. We're going to take a flour tortilla. We're going to spread some of the enchilada sauce on it. And then we are going to assemble in a little line order the enchilada mixture of the jackfruit, the black beans, and some spinach, and we're going to bring the two sides together to create a little tight seal, and we're going to flip these over, seal facing down into our baking dish. Go ahead and repeat this until your baking dish is filled with beautiful enchiladas. and then we're gonna layer our enchilada sauce on top. I wanted to use a cheese sauce for this. I am trying to stay away from processed foods at the moment, so I didn't want to use vegan cheese. And I remember that Hot for Food, if you've never watched their channel before, you should totally watch their channel. But I remember that they had this bomb recipe for a vegan nacho cheese sauce that I loved. So I'm going to leave the recipe to that cheese sauce in the description box below so that you guys can make it too. It's so, so, so good. And then I just wanted to go ahead and add, I don't know what I was doing. I sprinkled some chives. You don't have to do this. I don't know. I think I was like freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, is this going to look gross? So I was like, let me add some green stuff on top to, you know, hopefully make this look a little more appealing to the eyes so people actually want to make this. And then we're going to go ahead and cover this with some foil, and we are going to bake this in our oven for 35 minutes. Then we're going to take that out of the oven, and we're going to top it with fun things. You could top it with whatever you like. I top mine with some diced red onions, green onions, cilantro, a few tomatoes, and avocado. And OMG. Of course it was good. It's delicious. This is definitely one of my new favorite ways to make enchiladas. The flavor combination was just phenomenal. I can't say enough about it. It was so filling. You don't miss the cheese, you don't miss the chicken, you literally don't miss anything. So if you're looking for a plant-based, 100% plant-based way to make enchiladas that tastes good, you guys definitely give this recipe a try because this was so good. I definitely had a lot of fun making it. I know it's so many steps, but it's totally worth it. The payoff is totally worth it at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed that video and it inspired you to get in your kitchen and create something new, fun, and exciting. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already so you never miss a video from me. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!